Let's pull his mana if we can. I guess that's lethal. He spends his mana. Let's exile that. If you've been enjoying any content on the channel, I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. It's a great free way to support me along this journey. We've got everything from free-to-play budget beginner guides, just general Magic the Gathering arena beginner guides talking about the principles and archetypes behind this amazing game, some of the top-ranked standard decks, the best historic decks, great original Brawl decks, and some tools and tips, and then we even have a little bit of limited. So no matter what you're into within Magic the Gathering Arena, we have you covered. Subscribe to the channel, join for your chance to win up to 500,000 gems. Make sure to check out our Discord and enjoy this video. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. We are playing Lurrus Knights today. This is a Mardu deck. Red, white, and black is what Mardu means. That's the name given to that color combination. And the Knights deck is very aggro. You can see 2 drops are our highest cast converted mana cost cards here. So that is a lot of fun. It's just a quick aggro deck. Flood the field with Knights, buff them up, and smash your opponent. We're playing traditional best of 3 standards today. So we've got the sideboard incorporated here. As always, we take a look at the deck list in its entirety, breaking down each individual card. Then we're talking about the deck's strategies and synergies. How do all of those cards come together to form a coherent archetype? Then we will break down the sideboard guide a little bit. You know, what are these cards good for? What matches may you want to use them in? Then we're going to look at some gameplay footage, breaking down all of the playlines and interactions we can find within Core Set 2021 meta involving Mardu Knights and then the rest of its environment. It's not really enough to know just how your deck operates. This is a little bit easier with aggro decks. However, you still do need to know how the rest of the environment is engaging with your deck so you can best mitigate those threats and take advantage of their weaknesses, right? So we are going to look at some gameplay footage within the meta and break down those playlines and interactions so you guys can get a better feel of how it's really going to operate, in the actual game environment. And then we have my final thoughts, just random propagandas, all of that. I really encourage and recommend that all of you who find any value within this video, go ahead, give me a thumbs up, and share the channel out to a friend. Starting the deck out with Lurrus of the Dream Den. It's a 3/2 with lifelink. The companion rule means all of the creature cards or permanent cards within the deck have to be converted mana cost 2 or less to be able to run Lurrus as a companion. And then when he is the companion, we can pay 3 to bring him from the sideboard to our hand, and then we can play him to bring him into play, right? So that's really nice. And his ability is during each of your turns, you may cast 1 permanent spell with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard. So if anything gets removed, we can just replay it from the graveyard to the battlefield with Lurrus, which is pretty cool. Starting with our 1-drops here. 3 copies of Fight is 1. Instant speed. Choose 1 or both. Target human and or target non-human can get +1/+1 and gain indestructible until end of turn. So if you have a human and a non-human, both of them can get it. If you just have one or the other, one gets it. So a lot of utility within Fight is 1. Venerable Knight. This is a 2/1 human knight. When Venerable Knight dies, you're going to put a +1/+1 counter on another target knight you control. A single copy of Foulmire Knight. Profane Insight for 3. Instant speed adventure. You may draw a card if you do lose 1 life. Death Touch. 1/1 as the creature base. Knight of the Ebon Legion ×4. This is a 1/2. We can pay 3. Knight of the Ebon Legion gets +3/+3 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, if a player lost more than 4 life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Knight of the Ebon Legion. So either you or your opponent losing 4 life is going to result in the counter going on to him. 4 copies of Fervent Champion. 1/1 first strike haste. Whenever Fervent Champion attacks, another target attacking knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Equip abilities that activate or target Fervent Champion cost 3 less to activate. So it has to be already on the field, and the equip cost is basically just reduced, is what that jargon means. On to our 2-drops. 4 copies of Inspiring Veteran, maybe one of the most important cards within the deck. A 2/2 human knight. Other knights you control get +1/+1. Stormfist Crusader, another human knight, 2/2 with Menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. 2 copies of Dire Tactics, instant speed, exile target creature. If you don't control a human, you lose life equal to that creature's toughness. Smitten Swordmaster ×4. It has Curry Favor attached to it. you gain X life, and each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of knights you control. And this costs only 1, which is like pretty powerful late game. The creature itself is a 2/1 with lifelink, human knight. Blacklance Paragon ×4, another human knight with flash, 3/1. When it enters the battlefield, target knight gains death touch and lifelink until end of turn. And another really important card within the deck, Worthy Knight 2/2. Whenever you cast a knight spell, create a 1/1 human creature token, which is just awesome. We've got 2 plains, 4 forests, 4 Godless Shrines, 4 Blood Crypts, 4 Sacred Foundries, and 4 Tournament Grounds, which is really, really nice. So a very cheap, very aggro-style deck. Looking at the sideboard here, we have 3 copies of Dead Weight for 1, Enchantment Aura, enchant a creature gets -2/-2. 4 copies of Duress for 1, Sorcery Speed, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. 3 copies of Soul Guide Lantern. When it enters the battlefield, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. We can sacrifice it, exile each opponent's graveyard, and then we can pay 1 and sacrifice it to draw a card. 2 copies of Dire Tactics. We have this main board already. And then 2 copies of Drill Bit. We can cast it for 3 or for 1 if we've dealt damage this turn. Target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. So that's the deck list, both main board and sideboard. You can see just how low to the ground it is. Even the sideboard is very, very light. Let's try to talk about some of the deck strategies and synergies. So the general strategy of the deck, like I said earlier, is to flood the field with knights, go really wide with them, and then anthem them up with +1/+1 abilities and attack your opponent. That's the main goal here, and really how you're going to win a lot of your games. We have some additional features to the deck. Since we are aggro, we can easily get turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 damage in a lot of the times, especially against slower decks. And then maybe the walls go up or we come into removal, something like this. And now this is where Smitten Swordmaster comes into play and is really nice. So it's not only direct damage through attacks that you can kill your opponent with, you can use Curry Favor just to deal massive amounts of damage, especially if you have a very wide field. So you got 6-7 knights on the field. Doing 7 damage for 1 mana is excessive, especially when you already did chip damage early in the game, right? And then we also have things like Stormfist Crusader with Menace, who should be able to get through without much hesitation. And even if you are going wide and your opponent has blockers, now he has to designate 2 blockers for Stormfist Crusader. So it's a great way to make his blockers not as viable, and he needs more than 1 blocker per creature. We also have removal, so we can remove some of his blockers that way. But regardless, we have the damage through Curry Favor, and we also have more chip damage through Stormfist Crusader as well. So we're drawing cards, doing chip damage there. So go wide, early aggro damage. You're playing your Smitten Swordmaster's Curry Favor, doing more damage, and then Stormfist Crusader should help you finish the deal. So that's your general game plan to kill your opponent. Obviously, you do run into hiccups from their disruption, but we do have a little bit of protection in fight as one. So target non-human and target human. This is pretty cool. For example, Knight of the Ebon Legion isn't a human. He's a vampire. Foulmire Knight isn't a human. Lurrus isn't a human. And now this is probably the most important card to protect because it'll allow you to play all of your other creatures that died. So really, rule of thumb here is one of these cards is Lurrus, even though the art looks a little bit different than him. It's his evolved form. And then one of the indestructibles goes on one of your knights, preferably a veteran or your worthy knight, maybe your Stormfist Crusader, right? Depending. Those are your 3 highest priority knights: is worthy knight, inspiring veteran, and Stormfist Crusader. I wish I could go in more in depth. Dire Tactics is instant speed, so it's really nice to be able to hold that up. Winota is making a comeback, so she hits the field and then people attack, and she goes nuts with the combo. So if you can remove Winota as soon as it hits the field with Dire Tactics, you're going to be in a good position. We talked about buffing everybody up. That's done with Inspiring Veteran. So you go wide with all the knights. You try to play as many veterans as you can. You get +1/+1 for each veteran. More damage that way. Knight of the Ebon Legion can be buffed up. So if you're playing your knights, attack with your Ebon Legion first, and then you can threaten to buff him up, so your opponent probably won't block. Free damage, and now you can still play your cards on your second main phase. Foulmire Knight should basically always be used for the draw card if you can. If not, the Death Touch is good to smack down one of his big baddies. We also have Death Touch through our Paragon that can be flashed in for removal and life gain, so a little bit of survivability there, which is quite nice. And the Curry Favor also has life gain we talked about, so that's pretty cool. Worthy Knight is your first and foremost knight to get on the field, because whenever you play a knight on top of it, you create the 1/1s, and that helps you go even wider, which is going to get that damaging on your opponent. It's a very simple deck, right? Get Lurrus into your hand as soon as you can without taking your foot off the gas, and then when something bad happens, now you don't have to pay 3 and then 3 again, so you can just take him right from your hand to the field. So preemptively put him in your hand before you need him, but make sure that you've run out of steam from cards in your hand first. You don't want to be not playing knights when you could just to get Lurrus in, so play your hand out, then get Lurrus in, right? Maybe hold him on the field until you have a fight as one to protect him or something. That's the general deck strategy. It's very simple. Make sure Stormfist Crusader doesn't kill you. But again, just to do that chip damage and then use his Menace ability with the buffed up Veteran, you should be able to get through with quite a few damage on him, so that's nice. Talking about the sideboard, basic sideboard premises: was it a creature deck? Was it a non-creature deck, right? If it was a creature deck, you want to maybe pull in more dead weights if he's got some early game interaction that you can't deal with, right? Duress if it's a non-creature deck, obviously. Soul Guide Lantern if it's any graveyard deck, right? You know, even Urros and stuff like this. Dire Tactics, again, against creature removal. That's absolutely amazing. And then a Drill Bit, really for anything that annoys you, preferably combo decks. Like I'll take a Winota with this, for example. So take out what was not working in your deck and put in what will work. The general guide or strategy I recommend to new players is, was it a creature deck or was it a spellcaster's deck? And then, you know, just make that base decision off of that. And, you know, maybe he could be a creature deck where the -2/-2 is not applicable, and then more Dire Tactics is. So just do your best to determine what deck they were, and then try to take out the cards that are dead in your hand if you pull them against him, and then put in cards that, you know, at least have some value with them. So if you don't need creature removal, obviously Blacklance Paragon can potentially go, but again, he's really nice in spellcaster decks as well because he has flash. You can play it on his end step. If you don't need removal, if it's a spellcaster deck, Dire Tactics can go, for example, and make use for a Duress or a dead Drill Bit. So, you know, balance it as best you can. Take note of what ruined the game for you, and then try to deal with that card in your sideboard. So that is the deck list. That was the deck strategy and sideboard guide. Before we get into today's gameplay footage, you guys, I have to remind you that I'm live on YouTube every morning, 6 a.m. Mountain Standard, at 7 a.m. or as soon as our YouTube live is done. Sometimes it could be 7:30 or 8, depending on how long we go there. We are now live on Twitch for 3 to 8 hours the remainder of the day. And at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard, we go back on YouTube live again for another hour to 2 hours, potentially, giving away codes for gems, for individual card rewards, sleeves, avatars, pets, all that shenanigans. So come say hello if you're looking to get in on that. We're almost at 10,000 subs, which means our 500,000 gem giveaway is triggering again. So don't miss out on that. It does trigger at 10K. We're at 9. We've got 5 to 10 days until we hit that 10K mark, so do not miss out on it. Share this channel out to a friend as well so they can get in on it as well. Just subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, and then we've got like a novel of all the rules and the lingo so nobody's confused, right? Because it's been going on for a while. So check that out. Thanks for your time and attention, everybody on the YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon membership programs, helping support me financially, going above and beyond, making you know, this increased workload possible. Huge gratitude again from not only myself but the community as a whole. You cannot imagine the positive feedback we're getting, and it is all thanks to you. So thank you so much, and everybody else who's just spending their time and attention with us as well. You know, it wouldn't be possible without you. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share to a friend, hit that bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads and that jazz. Let's get into some Mardu Knights. I do want to mention as well that this deck list is from Rye from Wolf. Woof, right? And he reached 725 Mythic ranking with this deck. We took this deck today from 96% all the way into the top 1500, which is really, really cool. So great things with this deck. I know you're going to enjoy it. Don't forget to watch to the end so you don't miss out on our propaganda as pre-mentioned. Do take care and enjoy today's gameplay footage. You guys know we always like to play first. 2 1-drops plus a Worthy Knight. I think that's pretty cool. Hopefully we can, you know, jump around some of these sweepers. Any cries of the Carnarium. that jazz. Let's just toss fight as one. I really want to spam out all of these knights here. I guess it turns out we could have tossed the land. It's a fairly nice field state. Nope. Oh, what a pickup line. Let's just go for it. 6 attackers. He could kill tokens, right? That's pretty easy. We don't really lose anything important. Down to 7. Good game. Let's take it to match number 2. Mono Black Devotion. So we're going to need to pull Grey Merchant out. Alright, that smells like a drill bit to us. Dire Tactics I like as well. Right, for killing Arya. Let's drop the Foulmire Knight. And let's... I think keep fight as one. He might sub in removal. I guess we'll drop a Venerable Knight, or should we... We'll probably drop a Blacklance, actually. Keep our mana curve nice and light, so we can play multiple knights per turn. We still have a minute and a half, so I always kind of like to take the most of our time here and really discuss what was going on, view the battlefield. Mono Black, Arya, Fenlurker discard, right? So you know he's building into Grey Merchant. So it's cool for Dire Tactics to maybe keep Arya in check, and then we could trim 2 more Paragons, I think. Not that the Paragons aren't good, but yeah, I just that's the route I want to take here, so that's the route we are gonna take, I guess. Oh Lord, I'm not 100% sure on that sideboard decision, I guess, is what that translates into. So as long as you have a plan, that's gonna be the biggest thing, right? So our plan is to use Dire Tactics on his Arya, right? And that's going to really help shut down or at least mitigate the effectiveness of his Grey Merchant. This looks pretty good. Nice. So he kind of sees what we're going for in the removal there. But what's nice about that is it will allow our Inspiring Veterans through, I hope. We needed the red mana source in play there, so we had to pay for it. Yeah, there's the Arya that we are looking to remove. If he double blocks, I kill Arya. Really? He must have a second. I don't mind getting rid of her, you know what I mean? Alright, Knight of the Ebon Legion can easily swing in. We can pump him up if he doesn't want to play. Yeah, we'll kill the Tyromat. We don't mind that. I actually kind of like that. Another Arya. Not good. We need another Dire Tactics. I also wouldn't mind another Blacklands. And it's to the point where we might want to think about Lurrus. We get the counter on him anyways. And then this Knight of the Ebon Legion will also get a counter. And then Lurrus comes into our hand. If we pull lands, we can play Lurrus and then our Inspiring Veteran. Which would be neat. Another Tyromat, which is good. We're both at 2 cards. We both have 13 life. We get the land. That's actually absolutely ideal. Lurrus in play. Inspiring Veteran on the field. And again, we don't really mind losing our Inspiring Veteran if he tries to take it with a double block, because we can just replay it with Lurrus again. So we see both knights blocked and then a sacrifice for the draw. A nice chump block, right? So he mitigates that damage. We get our counters. He basically needs removal here. Not basically, absolutely. A field wipe. We have both odd and even. I think odd is a better hit though, right? We lose Lurrus, the knight, the Venerable Knight, and the Legion Knight. I guess we keep our veterans. So he's going for it. Just I'm pretty sure digging for an extinction event. But even then we hit for what would be 6. And good game. We are ready to climb up the Mythic rank today. Playing first. Not a great hand, admittedly. We can keep it. There's a little bit of removal, a little bit of protection. We don't necessarily know what we're walking into, so it could be beneficial to, you know, do so with a little bit of utility. Mono red, not good. Let's Paragon in. I'm thinking about just putting the Swordmaster in play and trying to stack for later, but with it being mono red, we really do need to prioritize the life gain. Nice. What's worse than 1 Fervent Champion? 2 of them. That's 4 damage. Hopefully not a land afterwards, right? Yeah, there it is. No Scorch Spitter. No light up the stage. Don't you do it. They always do. Right, gain 2 life. Deal 2 damage. We attack because we can't really defend. Right? Push him down as much as we can. We see he's got a cleave. Plays his 3rd land. Only has 2 attackers, which means he can't play it yet. It goes to exile. Shocks our veteran. Nice play. We get hit for another 4, so he's keeping pace, which is actually very bad for us. We may need to exile that. We probably want to keep this instant speed up, though. We can give our creatures indestructible. +1/+1. So... let's see where this gets us. It is the Embercleave. Let's see where it drops. Now it goes to 2/2, so we're not going to be able... oh no, we will. And then it just comes back. Should we exile it instead? It's a bummer. We do lose our Paragon. The trample's gonna hurt here, right? Because it's gonna hit for 3, so it'll be 6 damage total. Plus 8, 9. And a Torbrand. Nice, good game. We can pack it up here. We'll just let him smash us, maybe. I'm pretty sure, oh, it's not. That's actually interestingly fun. We can kill them both. Gain a little life as well. I think we take a lot of damage here, though. Oof. Needless to say, Torbrand still hammers us. Right? We get close, but it's not happening. Just some direct damage to us, I'm sure. Bone Crusher Giant would hit us for 4. We only have 1, 2, 3 defense. And he hits for 6. So he's cleaning house. Oh, he hits for 6 plus the additional 8. Or additional 4. Right, 2 each time. Cry. Yeah, so that's lethal. No? No? Good lord. This is still a match somehow. Maybe we should have went with the life gain, I guess. The additional 2 lifelink. I think it's a losing match nonetheless. Yeah, just shock to the face. Okay. How are we sideboarding against mono red? We need life gain. These dead weights are really nice. Knight of the Ebon Legion is kind of a risky play, but he wants to save it for our veterans and stuff. Dire Tactics did really help. It's like, what do you take at that point? We may as well just keep our low removal. Prioritize our tactics on this Torbrand. Use deadweight on other stuff because it's cheaper. I don't think the Worthy Knight's good. He's going to shock the heck out of it. Right? If we play that, he's killing it. I feel like dropping the life gain is bad too. I think probably the Stormfist Crusader is good because we don't really want to put too much fire in his deck. We don't want to give him more burn, more draw, right? So the Crusader is probably a semi-decent play there maybe to sub out, just so we're not hindering ourselves too much. And then we'll take in more removal. Okay. We got some aggressive mulligans over here. That was 2. He'll be keeping 5 here. Keeping 4 here. He's really thinking on it too. It might not be good. Yeah, down to 4. Paragon. Pulling his burn spell out, then we can play our veteran safely. He didn't bite. I'm gonna play the Venerable Knight, see what he does. May as well just, you know, 3 life, 3 damage. That's a good start against a red deck. Every 3 life counts. No, he's probably got the Shock or the Bone Crusher Giant now, but he should have cast it while this was put on stack. Right? He could have saved himself the damage, potentially. You know, he had to mulligan pretty aggressively off the start. Now we've immediately applied pressure. He did get the win on game 1, though, so regardless, we're going to match number 3. He's on the play again there. Right, so it's going to be a little bit weird. Hopefully we get a good hand and can disrupt his early plays with these deadweights, and then the later plays with the dire tactics. We're chilling, getting a little bit roped here, I feel like. Let's not concentrate on it, though. To rope someone after you won the first match takes a special kind of human being for that. That's alright, though. We're in good spirits. We have a good time here. For anyone interested, we get this question almost every day recently. This is the Faithful Knight, our avatar here. It was available during Eldraine with some card styles, right? It was like a buy this with your gems type scenario. We recently seen the addition of the hooded avatar, right? That the mystery figure. And I think it was similar to that. He's still here. Awesome. Right? Rock and roll. So he's totally tapped, which is fun. And we don't even get to play our veteran. Match number 3. Yep. I'm fine with our sideboarding decisions from earlier. I think we thought it through pretty well, so let's get to it. What's really fun to do with mono red players is use all of your sideboard time. They love that, right? Turning on our MTGA assistant here in the top left if you're interested in what that is. You can download it in the description below. I've got a link there for you. Opponent goes first. You know, this is some removal, some creatures, some land to get it all out. Can't complain. Interesting. Is that me or him? Let's just jump right back into our client. Don't mind my messy desktop. You see our summary report there as well from MTGA Assistant. A lot of cool information in there, guys. Check it out. Just jumping back into our client. I don't think it was us. Like, we've loaded in almost flawlessly. Watch him have played 3 turns somehow. Yeah, we're keeping this still. Oops. I don't know. He's here. All is well. Maybe it is us. That's going pretty slow. So we throw out our defender. We need to dodge a shock and a Bone Crusher Giant here. But again, pulling out his removal so it doesn't hit our veteran. We'll play it slow. It is an aggro deck. No attacks. Maybe we could have attacked with the Knight of the Legion. But let's play it safe. If we could pull a 3rd land, play our veteran, and have Fight as 1 ready, that would be awesome. So we could have paid life to hold Fight as 1 up to get around his removal here. But I really just maybe want to hold that out and use it on our veteran. We should be good here. Just exile it. We're going to attack with the Knight of the Ebon Legion first because we have the 3 mana to pump it, which is fairly threatening. Let's take our damage. Let's end our turn. Fervent Champion can gain Death Touch, as well as lifelink. See where we land on this. Alright, he's got his own Fervent Champion here. Cool. No attackers. Let's play our Paragon. We still have mana to save our creatures. He's definitely going to use his removal on this Worthy Knight. There's no way you don't. Let's hold it steady, just for a little bit. As long as he doesn't drop a land. And we have protection from removal. It's an Annex, so that's actually really bad. Should we wait for the Embercleave to hit? Probably. Or do we do it now and just attack? Never give up. Never surrender. He could double block stuff, which sucks. Attempts to trade champion. Right, we've got Lurrus, so we can like kind of bring these guys back to the field a little bit later. Or he tries and double blocks the knight, which is actually a good play. I probably shouldn't have attacked there. Right, they both have first strike. He can kill the Ebon Legion. Whoops. A little bit of a misplay there on our behalf. Right, let's not focus on it too much. Yeah, he is going to go double block. Smart guy. He's not so sure on it. He's like, why is he doing this? We're going to, oops. Yeah. Oh. Why art thou so silly? Remember, misplay. Oh my lord. Misplay is my middle name, and we get punished for it in a big way. No blocks. Oh my gosh. Ha! Oh wow. We get the land, that's, you know, quite nice, thank you. Isn't that laughable? All because we attacked with an... Well, we would have saved our knight, I guess. But he did have the shock. I'm sure he's got more. Let's try to, you know, get Lurrus out, protect him, rebuild the field. And, yeah, shake that one off. Okay. I'm appreciative that he put it on that so we can exile it. So we're taking the damage here, though, is the thing. Costs 0 to equip it. Getting hit for 4, 5, 6 minimum. Nice. Good game. Woof. My bad. Alright, we have a lot of work to do after that last match. Right? Let's play non-haste creature first. Into our Worthy Knight second. And then we've got a Fervent Champion and Veteran for a 3-drop. Dimir, probably Flash. Oh, a little bit of Mutate. Interesting. Go on. Shore Shark's gonna be annoying here. Should we just deal with this creature so he can't ever mutate? Question mark. Probably. Shore Shark is 4, he plays 3. Yeah, because we don't have 2 white sources, so we actually, I think, well, it doesn't have, maybe we should exile multiple, like, you know, get a stack of it. Let's just go wide. One damage. Every little bit counts. Let's go for it. See what he's got. I mean, he's got 3 mana available. Could be a counterspell. We could potentially flash in Death Touch here. Nice. Right, 'cause he didn't want his Poliwag, or Poliwag to die, but with Death Touch we got it anyways. So I think this Tactics is great. And I'm not sure how much removal he is, so let's drop a Fight as 1. Just nice, easy sideboard removal. This is a nice hand. Could be better, but you know, it's not bad by any means. Need to stop drawing land. Alright. 5 land's a little heavy in this deck. Okay. A little bit of early game removal. I mean, I guess. Really? Nice. I was not expecting that. Goes to a 2/2. What a dirty, dirty dog. Let's take the turn off. Right, we've got some knights we want back on the field. He's down to 1 card. Drawing with his octopus is hurting us. We need that, we need something. Let's just get going here. Play our Worthy Knight, and then our champion on top. Gain some life. No blocks. Let him have it. Sadly. We should almost block with our Legion, I guess. I don't know. He's tapped, though. Hopefully no Shore Shark. That's good. I like that quite a bit. Yeah, I literally do not mind that. It can go right on top of my library. And because we have Fight as One and Dire Tactics, we can freely strike. He's fully tapped here. Gaining some life back, which is nice. And we may as well, you know, grab a little bit more of that life. It's only 2, but nonetheless, every little bit counts. Tied up at 18. We both have 2 cards in hand. I will 100% block this. Oh, nice. There's a Shore Shark we've been so worried about. We're chump blocking regardless, so he doesn't get the draw. And then we're exiling it, which should be enough to win the game. Cry. This is going to make him super sad, though. Alright, making up for that last match, but we've got a long ways to go still. There's not enough land here. It's a great looking hand, but with 1 land, it's not happening. Whoa, 4 of a kind and 2? That's almost a full house. Wow. Can we just take a second to appreciate that draw hand? Do we risk it? Could you imagine pulling a second land? I'm so tempted. I mean, we do have to throw one of them. No. Let's keep this. Let's toss one of the lands and the Paragon, I guess. This is an uphill battle, but at least we know we've got a couple turns mapped out, so we don't immediately fail. So he's probably got removal already. It's frightening to me. Yeah, let's just try to pace him out. If it's a raise the alarm or something, I'll cry. It is just after. He doesn't even want to sacrifice one of those tokens. So it's Transmogrify combo. Look out, world. Oh, nice. We are in deep trouble, boys. So much land. Playing defensively. Transmogrify does cost 4. And he comes in with a scry, so we're safe this turn. Another war boss? Are you joking me? Wow. Crazy stuff. Okay. Still in a very weird position, though. Does he just pull a Forerunner? Well, he has the war bosses as well. Lieutenant, this is a strange world we're living in. Protection from multicolor is so annoying. We need more veterans. Nothing else can attack. I mean, it could, and then he could sacrifice the savior. Protects his war boss. Okay. Ah, so much land. Just no attacks, trying to hold on. He's super wide. All he needs is a Transmogrify. Or whatever he's doing, I don't know. I'm worried. Unbreakable Formation exists, like Phalanx Tactics. This is not good. We need an Embercleave. He still has another dog. Lots of available mana. Let's keep Crusader safe. He keeps his war boss alive. It's just so he gets those 2/2s, right? Because the Mentor puts the token on it, and then when it dies, it gets the 2/2. That's not bad. Serpent for 5. Uh-oh. Interesting. Oh, protection from multicolor. That is annoying. Like I said, Serpent's got it too. No! A little bit of life gain's always nice. No attacks. Walls are good. We're doing 2 chip damage to each of us a turn. And we have life gain. We don't really want to block with our life gain, but prevents all non-combat damage. Woof. Also has haste. This is like an old-fashioned standoff. I feel like I'm playing Brawl, right? No dog, though, this time. Interesting. So he's going to mentor the war boss. And those 2 tokens. We have Lurrus. I don't know. Is he gonna wipe all of our creatures here? Right? Does he have something that universally buffs everybody? Tactics would really suck here. I don't know, let's see. Oh, I didn't even realize the Castle Ambreth. Idiot! Alright, we do have Lurrus though, which is really, really good. Alright, just going really, really wide. He's at 11. No attacks, play defensively. We have mana for Knight of the Ebon Legion. No lifelink, unless through Lurrus, but it is nice. Wow, we are so lucky to have the Dire Tactics. Wow. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers. I think we have lethal here. Oh, this Stormfist Crusader can't attack. The protection from multicolor can just block us and attack. But if he drops another Winota, we lose. Yikes. That protection from multicolored really stops us in our tracks. Nice. Does he have another Winota? cry. I certainly hope not. We can get the Summoning Sickness off this Crusader. We should be good next turn. And we have protection here. And a little bit of life gain, too. I mean, it's not good. Right? This is, like, awful. Right, we can buff the Knight of the Ebon Legion and give it lifelink. So it would be, but then we don't have our Fight as One open. We'll see. A huge Serpent. That really hurts our attack again, right? We weren't getting through last turn. That added multicolor protection is not helping us. No attacks. Let's get some good cards here. That's alright. That's even better. We're getting close. He's the exact same position though as well, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attackers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 defenders. We have Menace on 2 of them. So that takes him down to 10. And we have, I think, lethal here. Are we overextending? Oh, math. So, these 4 get taken up by the Crusaders, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You would get hit for 3 only. I'm pretty sure he would only get hit for 3. But he would lose his field. And we have no trample. We're going to take a timeout here. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are gone. 1's gone. 2's gone. 3 left. 1, 2, 3. All those are gone. This gets blocked. This gets blocked. This gets blocked. Leaves us with none. Wow. No attacks. Ending our turn. Maybe should have kept the Paragon in case he attacked for a little bit of extra life gain. Another Lieutenant is very good. We should be attacking with 1 every soon just because of Lurrus. He can bring it back to the field, right? So we should attack with a Knight and then play it again. No attacks. Our turn. 2 damage here. Cutting it pretty close. Tactics is good. Land is bad. Knight is very good. I think this is the moment of truth, right? Lurrus is gonna die, so is Worthy Knight, so let's get the token out there, just in case. I don't know. Math is hard, so I'm just going for it. 14 attackers. We have no trample, but maybe we should put on a weaker one. I think we're all pretty strong. Let's put it on Menace. If we don't do anything, we'll die to our own Stormfist Crusaders. He's gonna get lots of these 2/2s made whenever these token creatures die. Math, right? He's complexed as well. Luckily, we were kind of running this, you know, on the turn before as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think he still survives pretty well. So we have the menace creatures. Maybe he's maybe not taken into account. He's running out of time now. He's got that bar on his screen. Stressful situations, right? This is still lethal. Right, and now all these arrows are crisscrossing. It gets really confusing. We're still hitting for 6 here. Right? There's another timeout. Oh! Doing the blocks on your step is always hard. I think he's got it here, though. And we are hitting for not quite enough because these are both humans, I believe. Done. Done. Let's check out the math here. We're hitting for 3, 4, 5. This is 6. So let's cast in for a little life gain. Gain that token as well. He could have shenanigans here, right? If he's going to target anything, he should do it. Keep Lurrus alive as well, please. He needs removal. Instant speed removal for 3, or on one of the tokens. Emberth doesn't matter, that uses all of his mana. That was a pretty intense match. Woof. For Xaxes too. Holding off turn after turn, you know, trying to survive, building up enough knights. Woof. How are we beating this match? Boros. Aggro. Boros Winota. Dire Tactics has to come in. Drillbit has to come in. Let's lose our Swordmaster. Easy sideboard here. I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick. Looks like a 20-minute match. Alright, our opponent's still sideboarding. Never a good sign. Hopefully that just ended his career for the day, and we get the win. But nonetheless, we're going to try our best to beat this Boros Winota combo deck. Stressful matches, you guys. Woohoo! That's such a long match. Our opponent was not into repeating the process, so we get the free win. But what an amazing first match that was, right? Always playing first. It's a lot of land, but we'll keep it. I think we played the land wrong there. We probably could have had both those creatures out. Right, we should have went Venerable Knight first. And then we could have doubled down on our champion. I think. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Tempo blue. Well, that's gonna suck. Holding up our dire tactics. If he casts anything on that sailor, it's dead. Opt is fine. Secondary opt, that's also fine. Just cycling. It's passed. Lots of land here. Alright, let's hit for 3 again. Take our damage. I'm not sure why he didn't attack. Let's just end our turn. Another sailor, okay. A little bit annoying. Let's try to pull a counterspell here. Do we care about this? I don't think we do we? He could have a petty theft. And we just spent our mana. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Annoying, and I hate it. If he attacks, our knight gets to go in. Let's pull his counterspell. There's no way he has 2 essence captures. That'd be so hot. Quench? Yeah. Oh. Ooh! No attacks here. We're fine. We have Lurrus to bring these guys back. He can't attack or we hammer in. Really? That's progressive of him. Let's go for it. He has to counter it. Oh, if he's looking for a counter, that means. Hopefully he doesn't get it. To the bottom. Oh, it's to the top. That's not good. What a lucky duckling. Right, just drawing his counter for it. Let's nuke this sailor. He unsummons it. That is better, right? It's similar, but... Hit for 4, down to 6. Main deck essence captures. That's hot. No attacks. Flooding on land, like, excessively. Here comes the sailor again. And the borrower. He's actually in a pretty good tempo spot here, too. Right, just leave that 2/2 black to defend. Hit with the borrower. We need a little bit of draw action here. Definitely no more land. Oh. So sad. You can see our percentage draw rates in the top left here. Almost 30% chance to draw land, which we've drawn 3 times in a row, which is crazy, and a 72% chance to draw a non-land, which we've done, you know, 0 out of a few at this point. We are going to lose this match. We just, you know, we found a string of land, a vein of it. Sometimes you can't get around that. I'm sure we're playing right into a counter here. He's had enough turns just to draw cards, regain his composure. He's lethal next turn, so we just have to go for it. And I mean, you know, we get close, but it's not happening. Good game. Let's take it into match number 2 here. Duress, please and thank you. I don't even mind the dead weight on those guys. But it's nothing we should worry about. Let's just try to eat his hand. Or their hand, I should say, sorry. I do a free-to-play video 2-3 times a week. We did one yesterday. Right now we're just wrapping up Knights here, and then we'll maybe do some Brawl or another free-to-play. Some Jazz. One every 2 to 3 days at the very minimum. Check out the YouTube channel for all of that jazz. We have our playlist sorted on the homepage for you guys. Playing first. 3 land. Isn't bad. It's not great. We do get to activate our drill bit right away, which is good, I guess. We should have played a other Venerable Knight first, but that's fine. Let's get into his hand. Their hand. Oh, cancel. Whoops. Let me play this one first. Two Sea Dashers, that's pretty gross. Lots of mantles. The Borrower. Let's take the creature. Nice. The octopus can still be flashed in for 2. Oh no, it has to be flashed in for 3. Mutated for 2, sorry. Hopefully he doesn't get those lands, right? Good game. Easy match number 2. He's back on the play though. And yeah, not looking good. So we see that he's trying to do the octopus tempo strategy. So we want these dire tactics back. And we are going to toss these Smitten Swordmasters. If we win this, we should get into the top 1500. Climbing up today from 96%. So pretty consistent wins here within Mythic. Yeah, we've also started incorporating the upgrade guides to all of our free-to-play videos right near the end. We're talking about some rares and some mythics you can incorporate, make them a little bit stronger, and try to have them be able to compete with decks like this, right? The Mardu Knights, for example. It's kind of slow, but it's kind of good. An immediate duress, that's good. Well, let's get rid of that creature counter, I guess. My bad, on the land drop there, that's kind of funny. Right, we're not really worrying about miscast. I guess it could stop our drill bit or our tactics. It's good, but Sailor, he's got Petty Thefter on summon as well. He's got good tempo. Okay, I would have done that on my next attack phase, but that's fine. He just wants to keep control here, I guess. Let's play around a Quench here. Seems to have worked out. And then I say we hold up our dire tactics. Or, no, drill bit won't go through because of miscast. Petty Theft still holds miscast open. So we play into it. Just flooding the field with our knights. Not really that bad. Tail's End should be dead. Miscast could be dead if we don't cast any of these. So let's see how this works out. No mana. Does he have the octopus? He does. But he could have miscast our tactics, so that's fine. So here we want to bait him with the drill bit. And then hit him with the tactics. So we need 3 available. 1, 2, 3. 2 won't really do much for us. Whoops, I meant to pay life for that. Now we go in with the drill bit. Obviously he's going to counter this, unless he can't. Okay, there's the miscast, that's great. And now we're able to get his octopus next turn with the dire tactics. Only having that 1 black source is really hurting us. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11 we could hit for. No, it's okay. We have lethal next turn. Lurrus in hand. Let's go back to his hand. Hand is better than the kill, in my opinion, I think, right now. Just because he's almost going to die anyways. Another miscast. Knight ticks up because our opponent lost more than 4 life that turn. Warwork comes out. He's hitting for 5 if he wants. And he does. We're down 6. He's really trying to tempo us here. Does he have borrowers? Unsummons? That would be bad. He would need to bounce both of them. Let's pull his mana if we can. I guess that's lethal? He spends his mana. Let's exile that. No unsummon and we get the kill. Good game. I believe with that win we should be into you know, the top 1500 there. There you go. From 96% all the way into the numbered Mythic rank. So if you're looking to climb rank this season, I really recommend Mardu Knights. A very powerful aggro deck, as you can see today. Whoa, what's up? Ranked ladder, 3-1, 75% win rate within Mythic. You know, we had some really good matches, 22 minutes, 24, 18, so long matches. We are not only that fast aggro deck that can get the early wins in as little as 7 matches going 2-0, but we can hold our own and, you know, get into that mid-range matchup where we can still go wide, have enough power, and then get in when we have lethal. So an amazing deck. Big shout out from Rye from Wolf for creating this Mardu Knights deck for us, which focuses around Lurrus of the Dreamden as a companion. And a big shout out to Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant for you know, making one of the greatest trackers for Magic the Gathering Arena. So if you're looking to you know, get in on this, you can track your decks, your drafts, all that jazz. You can see literally everything you could ever want. You know, the metagame is here for each of the different game modes. You can see what decks are doing good. You can see if you have those cards within your collection, and then maybe you can play that deck, right? So it's a great way to look at some of the greatest decks in the game. And then we even have deck videos, right? You can see not only my content here, but content from all of the other Magic the Gathering Arena content creators. So it's a great time. Check it out. Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant. I have a download link in the description below, and now I would really appreciate that. So with that all being said, I think this is a great deck. I'm happy to be back in top 1500 Mythic. We were doing some free-to-play testing the other day, so we fell a little bit, but regardless, still competing within Mythic, the top 1% of the world in Magic the Gathering Arena without much struggle, right? So You guys are in good hands. We have weekly free-to-play content with 0 rares, 0 mythics, rotation proof, so you're not wasting your wild cards before they go into historic as a new player. You kind of want to stay in standard for about a year. And you know what, we've got historic decks too. We've got the brawl decks as well. So we've got everything, no matter what your favorite game mode is in Magic the Gathering Arena. So check out the YouTube channel. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend. Most importantly, join our Discord so you don't miss out on our 500,000 gem giveaway that's triggering at 10K subs, right? So that's going to be a lot of fun. We are just kicking off making 2 videos a day right now, thanks to all of our financial support on the the Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube membership programs. You guys are incredible. I really appreciate it, and not only myself but the community is actually the ones enjoying and consuming this content as well. So huge shout out to you guys, and a big woof, right? So really appreciate it, and I'm really looking forward to everything we can come up with in the future. I don't have any upgrade guides as this is a top mythic deck. I kind of think that maybe that banner potentially could be good. I don't know, to plus everybody, but then again, we don't really need the more mana. But when it hits the field, it can tap for 1 mana, which allows us to play another knight. So maybe the banner's good. I don't know. We could make humans the thing, right? So it doesn't have to be knights, it could be humans. So the tokens from our Worthy Knight get buffed too. Just a thought, just an idea. We can play test with it, but I don't like to butcher some of these top mythic decks. I leave them as is regardless. So thank you all again for your time and attention. We're live on YouTube every morning, 6 a.m. Then at 7 a.m. we are live on Twitch, and back again on YouTube at 6 p.m. all Mountain Standard. So you have to do the time conversion there. And yeah, we're in the Discord all day. Links for everything is in the description below. Once again, I appreciate you guys. Go have yourselves a great day, and we'll see you in a little bit.